VW Conversations. It's about people. It's about issues. It's about us. VW Conversations. Usahang katungod. Usahang kinahanglanon. Pag-iristoryahan ka ang kinahanglan ng pag-iristoryahan. VW Conversations.
Hello, mapay nga oras sa iyong nga mga kasangkayan and welcome to VW Conversations and we are live on cable TV. Mga kasangkayan, Tagalog, English, it's going to be a mixture of mga lingwahe. Yan na naman gihapon nga gabi and I am very happy to have with me in nga gibabatai nga aton bisita. Of course, she is from Borongan, Eastern Samar. Maybe diri kamo very familiar with her, pero taga dinhi talaga true blue Boronganon. Itat bisita mga kasangkayan waray iba kundi Bea Apita Battung. Hello Bea.
Hello,
good morning, good afternoon, whatever. Mo pay nga oras sa imo. She does not speak waray. Tagalog and English. Hello Bea. And say hello to them.
Mabay nga gabi. Hello po. Magandang gabi po.
Okay. So, Bea, tell us more about yourself para makilala ka ng mga taga-Borongan and like taga-Eastern Samar.
Okay. Ako po si Bea Apita Battung. Isa akong mag-aaral sa Universidad ng Pilipinas sa Diliman. Ako yung kasalukuyan nag-aaral ng Economics. At dito tuwing bakasyon, dito po ako nag-aaral. Dito po ako nagbabakasyon sa Borongan, Eastern Samar.
Okay, and of course, si Bea is the granddaughter of Judge Apita. And itong iya mother, si Ate Roslyn Apita. Ito niya, tito, of course, si Lisa. Tito niya, si Raymond. Of course, you know them. And naswerte lang kita nga nag-break because it's a long weekend. So, anihira. And advance happy birthday kan Moy. Birthday niya. And who else is celebrating a birthday?
Tita Lea Mendoza Apita.
Today?
Po. Mother of Moy.
Yeah, I know. Kasi nag-pop up sa Facebook ko. So, Lea, happy birthday. Kasi you will mapapanood nyo ito on Facebook and on our YouTube channel. So anyway, Bea is a multi-awarded, very young lady. But before, yung Bea, I want to ask you about Prima Facie. What is this all about? Ano tong company na finorm niyo with your friends?
Prima Facie is a startup company composed of 19 when we started the company, 19 students. They're actually my classmates. And now, as we moved on to college, we're currently 14. So what we do, Prima Facie, which means at first glance, since we wanted to be known for products which foster environmental sustainability at first glance. And we have so far 2 products, one of which is Ananda, which means bliss or happiness in Sanskrit. It's a hybrid sneaker, which is made of both water hyacinth leather as well as synthetic leather. And then we've recently launched, just last year, December, our second product, which is Riz, which means happiness as well, or to be grateful in Spanish. And this time, it's an easy-to-wear slip-on with water hyacinths and also made with synthetic leather.
Bea, how did you come up with the idea na gamitin ng water hyacinth para itong main material for the shoes?
Water hyacinths actually, since it's actually prevalent in mostly coastal communities, it's known to block waterways, cause flooding, and at the same time it interferes with rice production. So what we did, a teammate in particular, she would pass by a river in Cavite. I also stayed in Cavite, and I would see as well, and my teammate, this river just filled with water hyacinths, blocking the entire river. And so we decided, why not transform this water pest, this problem into an actual opportunity, and there we decided to create a business that is Prima Facie.
So, and you started this when you were still in high school?
Yes.
Sa St. Scholastica's College in Manila?
Yes po.
So, paano to? How did you develop this? Sino yung nagtrabaho? Sino yung gumawa ng shoes? Because you made the concept, conceptualized the thing. So, sino yung gumawa?
Me and my classmates, all 19 of us, we would execute all the business plans we made, as well as all our plans for the company. And we were guided by our mentor and our entrepreneurship professor, Mrs. Emily Noliedo-Tan. When we started this in 2017, we were trained during our organizational management class, and then it continued on until now in college. And we would actually, as a company, we would really wanted from end to end of our production process to help communities. So from the start, we would partner with different provinces like Marikina, Pampanga, Taguig in producing. And actually, those people who make by hand our water hyacinths into leather, they're actually community of housewives. So we're happy to work with them. And I've also met them actually in person. I also heard their stories. At the same time, we also manufacture the shoes in Marikina City, since we also wanted to revive the local shoe industry of our country, since it was once thriving in the past, like particularly during the 1900s. It was globally renowned, and now it's declining. And our government actually has efforts, particularly the Department of Trade and Industry. And so we wanted to be part of their vision to revive.
So, how is it doing in the market?
It's actually doing well. We've had 2 profitable years in selling our products. Yes.
And paano to binibenta, Bea? Saan namin mabibili to? Like, may display kayo sa department stores or what?
Actually, so far we've been selling online through our Facebook and Instagram shops. And just last year, around March 2018, we recently launched our website. You can go check it out. It's primafacie.ph. So you can also purchase your sneakers from there. And as a startup company, we mainly sell and through personal selling.
Okay.
Yes.
So, and magkano to? Is it reasonable yung price?
Oh yes, very reasonable. Our Ananda, our hybrid sneaker, costs 1,500 pesos, and our Race, the easy-to-wear slip-on sandal, costs 799 pesos. For both these products, we package them in a drawstring bag since we wanted to promote environmental sustainability, and you also have the option to have it in a box if you would want. And more than having this product and having like a drawstring bag and additional, you're also able to donate a pair of slippers to our other communities. For every pair of shoes we sell. Around last year, we've given a pair of slippers to Asociación de Damas de Filipinas. It's an orphanage facility in Manila. And as we would want them to be part of our vision to become a good company.
So, tell us about the Global Student Entrepreneur Awards. Ito ba, the sneakers, ito ba yung entry mo for the awards?
Oh yes, the Global Student Entrepreneur Awards. Yes, when I joined as of December last year, the product I entered was the casual sneaker. And I also mentioned about the Race sandals. So to join the Global Student Entrepreneur Awards, which I applied while it was my first semester in college. So it was also a challenge applying since they really screened you from, and more, what I like about the Global Student Entrepreneur Awards is they focus more on your journey as a person, as an entrepreneur, more than the business. So that is something I would really appreciate. And yes, these 2 were our entries.
And you were the national champion.
Oh yes, just this January.
January lang?
Yeah, I just completed this January.
Talaga? So congratulations, my God. You have really gone a long way. for a first-year student sa UP, and you're taking up business?
Economics.
Economics. Okay. And like you also represented the country in the Junior Achievement Asia Pacific Company. What is this all about?
Okay, so I'll start with what is Junior Achievement. It's a worldwide nonprofit organization that aims to train students, particularly those from high school, to actually start up their own businesses and to train them in terms of financial literacy and to explore career opportunities. So one of their programs is the Asia Pacific Company of the Year competition. First, actually, to start off, the requirements are you have to start your own company as a student during your high
you
school.
did
Yes,
prima facie.
yes,
Okay.
which we did, and you have the option to join the business plan presentation competition, which we also did, and we won first place nationally. And afterwards, so after you run your business for around a year, or yes, if I'm not mistaken, almost a year, then you would have the local finals. So basically, every department head or perhaps a member would apply through a series of interviews about the business, and then eventually they will declare the winners at a local awarding ceremony. Then after they declare the two winners, then those winners will be set off to compete in the Asia Pacific Company of the Year. Actually,
And you went to
yes.
Beijing.
Yes.
For this, no?
Yes po.
And so,
Just last year.
anong ginagawa doon sa international competition?
It's divided first into 4 stages actually. First, we had to submit a company report reporting our financials and our company journey. And then after that, this was prior to actually going to Beijing. And then in the competition itself, we had to pitch our product and our journey as a business company in front of Asia Pacific audiences. And afterwards, we had interviews. We were 4 representatives from our company, so we had interviews with Asia Pacific CEOs and companies in Beijing. And then afterwards, eventually it ended with we had a trade fair, since they wanted to see how we actually communicate our product to customers. So we had this trade fair. We had our very own booth. Yes,
displayed your product.
Yes, in a mall in Beijing. Then actually it was a challenge since people spoke in Mandarin and all that. But then we managed to learn a few words, and actually we managed to sell almost all of our stocks as well.
Really?
Yes.
And your company placed like runner up in the
po.
competition.
First runner up.
Talaga?
Yes po.
And my God, so that's like she's not even 20 years old. Mga kasangkayan natin din ni Borongan. So anyway, mga kasangkayan, we will be taking a very, very short break. We will be right back after this.
Nagsusumat ako haiyo hintinuod. Ang usa ka lugas nga trigo nagpapabilin hinusa nga lugas nga trigo. Labot la kun mahulog hatuna ngan matakupana. Kun katakupana mabunga ini hindamo nga mga lugas. Mawadan han iya ka lugaringon an nahigugma han iya kinabuhi. Kundi makaangkon lugod han kinabuhi nga dayon, adton nagdudumot han iya kinabuhi dinhi hini nga kalibutan.
I am disturbed of what is happening in our society today. Nga mga tao, distorted na ang values. For example, may ada system nga corrupt. Itawag ini nga systemic corruption. Kung sino yung gumagawa ng tama, siya na ang nagiging mali. At yung mali ang naging tama na. Example, yung corruption. Pag hindi ka papasok, sasama sa ganitong sistema, ikaw ang masama. Distorted values ang mga tao. pag-abot sa election, vote selling, vote buying, parang naging normal na siya. Hindi talaga tama yan. Election is piniliay, hindi pinalitay. Distorted values ang ada na sa mga tao. So mga kapatid, mga kabugtuan, kinahanglan mag-isip kita, mamalandong kita. Can we allow nga kining ini mga butang sugan ini ay magpadayon? Ay kung magpadayon ini nga butang di na naton society, waray mahitabo pa nga mahitabuhan naton nason. Walang maganda mangyayari sa buhay ng mga Pilipino. So time na mga kapatid, time na mga kabugtuan, I have to change. Decide for a change. Pag pinili ay, pumili kita ng maupay nga mga kandidato. Dili kita makarawat at kwarta, dili baligya ang buto. Pag abot sa mga gitawag na systemic corruption, dili kita magpadara. Bisan ikaw nala ang naghimoy maupay nga butang, naghimoy tama, stand for that. Maging saksi kita ni Kristo na gumagawa ng tama at naningkamot na magiging tunay na tao nagsunod sa mga kasuguan at utos ng ating Panginoon. Panahon na mga kabugtuan nga maghimo kita desisyon. This is for the sake of our country. This is for the sake of our future generation.
VW Conversations. It's about people. It's about issues. It's about us. VW Conversations. Usahang katungod. Usahang kinahanglanon. Pag-iristorya ita ang kinahanglan pag-iristorya. VW Conversations.
Alright, we're back. We're back on VW Conversations. We're with Bea, Apita, Battung. Sabi ko pa nga ni kanina ba kasangkayan Bea, every summer she comes home, no? Ever since you were a child. Because you, like in 2010, it was the first time I met you. In 2010, maliliit pa kayong mga bata. We're still playing with whatever. Diba? So, anyway, Bea, I know, grounded ka din dito sa lugar ng mami mo. And you have done some outreach, no? With Tita Lisa.
Oh.
So, nagkatikista, dida ito in Flores. Diba? So, tell us, ano yung mga ginagawa mo usually? Pag umuwi ka, and then I know after Yolanda, you were also here to help out, no? So,
Yes po. So, every summer here in Barongan, I was inspired by my tita actually and her batchmates, as well as my other titas, yes. We started every year, as far as I can remember, like since I was child, we would have this annual tree planting activities, like we would plant in Seminario and other places here in Barongan. And then it's something we did every year, and sometimes I would help design the shirts as well we use. Like we had a theme, like we always have a theme every year. And then I also took part in outreach activities. So before and actually after Yolanda, like especially with my Tita Lea, Tita Raymond, I remember we gave school supplies as well to children here in Barongan, like just right before they go to school. And at the same time, during Yolanda, I remember I helped out in the packaging of the materials as well as the distribution. I remember.
saan ka napunta?
Yes. I'm not sure the place, but I remember we went to Bugas. Yes, that's really what struck me the most since I really went to the barangays.
I mean, sa pagbabangnan.
Yes,
Lisa.
yes,
Pagbabangnan.
pagbabangnan. Like I really went door to door and I saw family. I really saw the families there. I actually met them, and and then aside from that, just like 2 years ago, my family and I, especially my tita Patricia Apita, we became hermanas and hermanas for the Flores de Mayo in 2016. And there, actually, I remembered I actually learned more about LARAY because I led the rosary. I'm very thankful for the opportunity.
In Waray?
Yes, I tried. Like, I was reading, but eventually I also managed to say words. And then I would prepare like puzzles and all activities for these children. So it was really a fulfilling and rewarding experience for me.
You
So
were here the whole month of May?
in 2016,
Yeah.
ano po, actually, I had to attend a conference in Washington, D.C. and New York right after the Flores de Mayo.
Okay. So, ito, Bea, yung experience mo dito
Yes.
sa Borongan, has it helped, like when you conceptualized Prima Facie, ito ba yung mga experiences mo dito nakatulong din ba? Or did it inspire you?
Yes. Actually, all these outreach activities, tree planting activities, and all catechism is actually in line with our school's mission as well, to become catalysts for change. And what I like about my experiences here in Borongan is that it really enlightened me, and it really gave me like first-hand experience of the conditions of the people here. And at the same time, it gave me this calling, and it actually inspired me to help more people, which is why, as much as possible, say for example in Prima Facie, my personal drive is actually my experiences here in Borongan, where I would help really other people, which is why from the end to end of our supply chain, of our production process, I would really ensure that we, as much as possible, help as much communities as we can, since we wanted to uplift the lives of these people.
O sana ang Prima Facie ay mapunta din dito sa Borongan.
Yes.
Oo, diba?
In the future.
Maghanap tayo ng mga indigenous materials na
Opo.
pwedeng gawin mo
Yes.
shoes.
Yes, actually, for that, since I know that copra or coconut coir is actually abundant here in Eastern Samar, I was actually thinking of putting up my own business here in the future, something that will incorporate these coconut coirs, so that we can transform these somehow waste materials, if I'm not mistaken, like the coconut shells, into profitable products. So hopefully we could as well help the economy here in Borongan, Eastern Samar.
I'm looking forward to that, ha? Like
Yes,
in
forward.
maybe 5 years' time,
Yes,
siguro you can do
hopefully.
it, Bea. Oo, kasi I know you're still very, very busy now with school. Okay, you also participated in the International Trade Challenge hosted by FedEx. Oh,
Yes.
and you went to Singapore for this?
Yes po.
Okay. So, what happened in Singapore?
Okay. Wait, I would like to start off first with the Philippines po. So, for the FedEx International Trade Challenge, for the local competition, what we had to do, actually this was just summer in 2017. And during this time, it was very challenging because I had to prepare for college entrance exams. I applied to around 6 schools. And then I also had taekwondo. And then I was also part of the student council. I headed the social awareness advocacy of our school. So alongside that, I also had to prepare for the International Trade Challenge, wherein we had to prepare a market entry strategy plan for household product in India. So they gave you that. They give you the country location, and at the same time they give you the type of product. Then you have to come up in around. We only had 2 weeks to write it.
Okay.
Yes, and then 2 weeks, and then our product was, we called it the Fluna Fizzler Cube, which means bloom in India. And you just drop it, and then it would clean toilets. That's one of the problems in India, which is sanitation and actually toilet cleaning as well. So we wanted to solve that problem. Then when we went to Singapore, this time, it was actually the first time of FedEx Asia Pacific to make sure that our partners weren't from our country. So we won first place nationally. So in the Asia Pacific regionals, this time I was partnered up with Soon Kim, that's her name. She's from South Korea. And our product this time, it had to be a pet product for the United States. So we came with this high-tech in a way, like a door. Since what we door for pets, since that's one of their problems as well in the United States, based on our 2-day 48-hour research. So in 48 hours, actually,
You had to come up with
yes, in Singapore, you had to create your business plan, your marketing materials, your brochures, your all your advertising materials, as well as your presentation, all in 48 hours. Yes.
With someone who you just
Yeah,
met.
with someone we just met, so that was also a challenge.
And then, how did you fare in Singapore?
We actually we competed. We represented our country well, and yes, we became finalists.
So
yeah.
it's all everything about business, Bea.
Yes, but of course, as much as possible, I wanted like the businesses to have this social cause as well, which is something we integrate in every market entry strategy plan and business plan I make.
So when you went to Washington D.C., it was a different thing, like because it was a Global Young Leaders Conference.
Yes.
So paano to? How did you manage to be one of the delegates from the Philippines?
Actually, we were nominated by our school based on
You
our...
were still in high school.
Yes, I was in junior high school back then. So we were screened away by our guidance counselors. Then there were criteria as well, like being one of the top students, and of course they also considered our extracurriculars. And then in the Global Young Leaders Conference, it was divided into two. It was also held in Washington, D.C., then eventually in New York. So in Washington, D.C., we had the simulation of being part of the Security Council of the United Nations.
Oh.
So like the top 5 countries. And then eventually, so we had the opportunity to meet student leaders all around the world, yes. And then for the second half, we also had like cultural experiences. We had to share our culture, our tradition with other countries through presentations. And at the same time, learn more about the country which we represented in the United Nations. So we had actually a United Nations Global Summit simulation in the United Nations headquarters in New York. And we represented Turkey, and there we created a policy alongside other countries as well on how to resolve the issue on Greek Cypriots and the Turkish. Yes.
Okay.
So we acted as diplomats. Yes.
True. Totoong mga issues.
Yes po.
Yes, diba?
Yeah.
So, mga kasama, we will be taking a very, very short break and we will be right back.
Nagsusumat ako haiyo hintinuod. Ang usa ka lugas nga trigo nagpapabilin hinusa nga lugas nga trigo. Labot la kun mahulog hatuna ngan matagupana. Kung katagupana, mabunga ini hindamo nga mga lugas. Mawadan han iya kalugaringon an nahigugma han iya kinabuhi. Kundi makaangkon lugod han kinabuhi nga dayon adton nagdudumot han iya kinabuhi dinhi hini nga kalibutan.
Diri naton pwede igwaray sa payan an aton kalibungan, an kalikasan, o an environment. Naabat ta kita nga tanan itong resulta. Adton kawaray naton pagdibali an kalibungan. Iton aton kaguguban, an kakahuyan, nati kanipis. Nadadarot na. Asya ini iton rason kung kay ano nga usala kagad-i nga uuran nagbababaha na an aton mga salog. Nabisan pa nga ni an bungto linalapwas. Iton waray natas kapag pinanmilay ang kakahuyan asya an siyahan nga kausa hini nga pagbabaha. Ida naton mga kabugtuan nga nagpapakabuhi, nabubuhi, pinaagin pag pinanmilay, hini nga kakahuyan. Pero iton nagiging resulta hini, usahay kamatayon. Han aton iba nga mga kabugtuan, kung naabot na ang babaha. Kay kung ano ang aton inuutang hakalimungan, aton man ta babayaran. Usahay, kinabuhi pangani iton bayan.
VW Conversations. It's about people. It's about issues. It's about us. VW Conversations. Usahang katungod, usahang kinahanglanon. Pag-iristoryahin ka ang kinahanglan pag-iristoryahan. VW Conversations.
Alright, and we're back on VW Conversations. Greet muna natin si Tita Leia.
Yes.
Leia is celebrating her birthday today.
Happy birthday,
Happy
Tita Leia.
And Moy Moy is celebrating his
Advance happy birthday.
birthday. So, eto, Bea, masyadong heavy. Ang dami-dami ng ginagawa mo. How do you balance the academics? Tapos eto yung mga extracurricular activities mo. Do you still have time to relax?
Yes. Actually, I still have time. But actually, in terms of time management, I don't think I'm the right person. So, somehow. But in order to balance, my parents would always tell me to prioritize academics above everything else.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know there are times that I go overboard with, like, junior high school, I was really engrossed with debate. Like, I would
Because you
read
were a member of the
debate
team.
team. So,
Sa Saints Con.
yeah, so actually, for me, once you find your passion, it's not something to stress about. So, in a way, for me, my way to relax was actually to reading books on debate, international relations, economics, and all that. But I also have time to have other extracurricular activities beyond school or debate. I also had taekwondo, which I would do every weekend, so that I have time to relax as well, as my parents encourage. So, me and my brothers would do taekwondo. And at the same time,
So you're only 18. Do you do yung things that other 18-year-olds do?
Yes. Okay, for the nerdy geeks like me, read books, yes. But I also have time to watch K-drama, yes.
Well, who doesn't?
Yeah,
Who doesn't?
K-drama. Just
Tita
because-
Lisa does not. You should, convince Tita to watch K-dramas.
Yes.
So, yun lang.
Actually, just more
Concerts,
of
or maybe like museums na lang. Like,
as
or
for
travel.
For me, as much as possible, I like when I travel, I don't really want to do it for vacation. I wanted it to be competitions at the same time. So it's like relaxing in a way. For me, it's all about really balancing.
Listen, competition is
Yeah.
relaxation for you.
Yeah. I'm
So,
Yes, and actually, yes, just read books. Oh, and I've been going out more with my classmates, with my friends. During lunch breaks, we would go out, we would eat outside of school, then on weekends as well, we would go ice skating, watch movies, and then actually on nights as well. So I also make time, even if I'm studying in UP. Actually, when I went to UP, I felt like I had more time actually to do the things I like and to relax more, and it also gave me the opportunity to socialize more with people. So I would really go out with them, share stories during my break. So I really it's really all about loving what you do. I feel like that's what makes me balance the thing. So, say for example, since I know it's all our obligation to study and all that, so we use our relaxation time, all these things that we do as hobbies. As for me, in my case, I use it as a motivation to study. So, if I wanted to do the things I like, then first I must focus and prioritize on academics, because essentially if I like business competitions, if I like to sleep or to watch K-drama, then first I would have to study first. So I feel like that's what drives me, and I hope that that's also what would drive people.
Yeah.
Doing the things you love.
Do you still have time to bond with Moy Moy? Kayo lang yata yung magpipinsan eh.
Yes
diba?
po.
It's only you and Moy Moy and your brothers.
Yeah, so me, Moy, my brothers, yes. From time to time, almost I think month, we've been seeing each other more recently lately. So yes, as much as possible, I would bond with Moy Moy lately.
Kasi he's grown up na eh.
Yeah, we would be playing Just Dance, so I also have time to dance rin. So yeah, so I bonded Moy Moy. So we eat out, and then I also make time to play with Moy Moy, with the things he likes, like Pokemon and all that. So yes, I still make time. Still make time for my cousins.
Of course.
Yes.
Kayo lang eh.
Yes po, and my brothers, as much as possible.
So, kasi yung ibang like group mo with Prima Facie, you're working still with the people from Saints ko, diba?
Yes po.
So, nasa Saints ko pa rin ba sila?
Yes po.
So, how do
Or
you,
some
like, paano na lang kayo nagmi-meet up? You're from UP, and then sa Saints ko, it's really malayo.
Okay.
Do you still meet like as often as you would like?
Actually, that's one of my challenges actually as a student and as an entrepreneur. So it's like around a 2-hour travel from Saints Co Manila to UP Diliman. So I would commute via MRT, ride jeeps, and to communicate, we mostly do it online via Facebook, Viber. And from time to time, as much as possible, we would like to schedule meetings. Although that's really a challenge because we come now from different schools, different universities, and we have different colleges. So our interests are somehow more varied this time. So it was a challenge. But we managed.
Pero hindi naman nakaka-apekto yan with the way the company is like being run. Ito yung the distance, like, and you not meeting as often as you want. Hindi ba nakaka-apekto ng Prima Facie because of that?
As for communication, I don't think so. Although yes, I have to admit it is really a challenge, like traveling back and forth for mentoring sessions, for company meetings. Like since they're all there, I mean yes, I would have to adjust. But yun nga, since as I said earlier, I love what I do. So even if it's a challenge for me, it's something that I would still continue doing.
Oh, kasi talking of challenges, I am very sure marami yung mga challenges like you faced when you, from the time that you were just starting out. Ano yung pinakamalalaking challenges?
Okay. So, well, first on the business. Personally, it was a challenge for me because I wasn't, when I put up the company, it's with people I really wasn't that acquainted to or close with, yes. They're my classmates. But what I like about being part of Prima Facie is that eventually I got to know them more. So it was a challenge, but at the same time, eventually a rewarding experience for me because I bonded with my classmates who initially I wasn't that close to. But then eventually, not only because I had to as corporate secretary, so I had to communicate well with them. So eventually, yes, I got to know them more. So that challenge is no longer a challenge that much. And then, as for the business, actually initially our prototype, imagine just the night before the business plan presentation competition, we had the wrong prototype. Like we had we had a miscommunication with the manufacturer. But eventually, just the night before, it was delivered. So we just had it right in time. Then, it was also, actually, as a company, Prima Facie, the challenge really is product development because water hyacinth is something, yes, it has been introduced. Say, for example, we have the Villiers who would like, convert these into bags. But as for our competitor analysis and the marketing research we conducted before starting up the company, we realized that we're actually the first company to sell sneakers made from water hyacinth. So, that was really a challenge, that developing the product. And eventually, personally, it was also believing in myself that I could make it. Since I mean, in my family from both sides, the Apitas and the Battungs, we don't have a background on running a business.
True.
Yes,
True.
we really don't.
You're
have
a family
background.
of lawyers.
Yes.
Mhm.
So that was also a challenge for me. But what helped me overcome this challenge is, firstly, I have really great mentors. As I said, Mrs. Emily Noliadotan and her husband, actually her family, they would come with us to every competitions, whether it's local or international. And above all, of course, my parents, my brothers, and my family, sina Tita Lea, Tito Raymond, Tita Tish, Tita Liz, Tito Ed, who would really come with me as well to competitions like the Asia Pacific Company of the Year. And this time, even my lolas would come, like, Lola.
Yeah, because you'll be going to
for the
you're going to Macau for
I'll be
what's that?
I'll be representing the country for the Global Student Entrepreneur Awards in Macau this April 10 to 12. So, to overcome this challenge, it was really the family, because even if they don't have that much background on business, they do their best to help me in terms of the production processes. Like, every weekend, my parents would drive me, even my brothers, we would have road trips to, like, different provinces, searching for manufacturers, suppliers, then they would also help me, like, with the speech, presentation, they would train me. So it was really, what helped me overcome this is really my family and the mentoring, because with their support really in everything I do, and their belief in me. So that's really what kept me going.
And I understand it's sort of paying back, you're also mentoring others.
Yes. Personally, as an entrepreneur, I wanted to also, aside from my personal advocacy for other people to become, like, socially responsible, I also wanted to encourage other people that, like me, they can do the things that I do, like running a business, even though you're only a student, managing it with your academics and your extracurriculars. So I would I was also a guest speaker and a student mentor. So for junior achievement, which is where I started my entrepreneurship journey, I served as a mentor to other young student entrepreneurs, then of junior achievement for other student companies. I also became a resource speaker. I spoke in front of teachers in St. Edward Integrated School in Cavite. It was about project-based learning. It was about how we could teach kids how to actually learn through doing things on their own. And at the same time, yes, I remember for the International Trade Challenge, I talked about how I wanted it to give back as well to others. So more than having a corporate social responsibility, I also taught kids actually from a nearby village, a nearby barangay, like kids. I hope there was a video. Okay, there's no video. I taught kids like, if I'm not mistaken, they were as young as like 5 to 17, like just kids nearby. Like I taught kids nearby our school like basic negosyo tips, business skills. And then since I think it was also their summer break. So tinuruan ko rin sila paano gumawa nung cleaning product, nung Fluna Fizzler Cube. So they made it their own. I showed them the ingredients, how to make it. Then they enjoyed because it was really colorful. And as much as possible, I wanted them to enjoy and at the same time learn in running a business.
Oh, with all these activities,
Yes.
Bea, do you still manage to come home to Borongan like every summer?
Yes, every year. That's something I
Yes.
don't miss. I would always go here either summer vacation or Christmas break or whenever there's a long weekend or a sem break. As much as possible, I would always go here. But recently, like since 2016, with all the conferences and all the competitions, I admit I didn't have much time. So this is some of my first time after since summer 2016 after Flores de Mayo. So yes.
This is the first time
Yes.
to come home.
So I'm really glad that I got to meet you and everyone here today.
Okay, and we will be taking a very, very short break. We will be right back.
Nagsusumat ako haiyo hintinuod. Ang usa ka lugas nga trigo nagpapilin hinusa nga lugas nga trigo. Labot la kun mahulog hatuna ngan matakupana. Kung katakupana mabunga ini hindamo nga mga lugas. Mawadan han iya kalugaringon an nahigugma han iya kinabuhi. Kundi makaangkon lugod han kinabuhi nga dayon adton nagdudumot han iya kinabuhi dinhi hini nga kalibutan.
We are very happy.
Naabat na kita nga tanan, itong resulta. Hadton, kawaray naton pagdibalihan kalibungan. Iton aton kaguguban, ang kakahuyan, nati kanipis. Nadadarot na. Asya ini iton razon, kung kay ano, nga usala kagabi nga uuran, nagbababaha na an aton mga salog. Nabisan pa nga ni ang bungto, linalapwas. Iton waray natas kapag pinanmilay ang kakahuyan, asya ansyahan nga kausa, hini nga pagbabaha. May da naton mga kabugtuan, nga nagpapakabuhi, nabubuhi, pinaagihin pag pinanmilay, hini nga kakahuyan. Pero iton nagiging resulta hini, usahay kamatayon. Han aton iba nga mga kabugtuan, kung naabot na ang babaha. Kay kung ano ang aton inuutang hakalimungan, aton manta babayaran. Usahay, kinabuhi pahani, iton bayan.
Mga pulong tikang naman kan San Antonio han Ehipto. Nakita ko ang mga siay nga ginpasaranghan yawa habugos nga kalibutan nga nagmurutob ako hin pagsiring. Hinuha imo kasabot in makakadaog hini. May tingog nga binaton an pagpaubos.
VW Conversations. It's about people. It's about issues. It's about us. VW Conversations. Usahang katungod, usahang kinahanglanon. Pag-iristorya ita ang kinahanglan pag-iristorya. VW Conversations.
And you're still with us on VW Conversations. We're with Bea, Apita, Battung. Bea, in the course of you running this business, I know you have met a lot of people who also have taught you something about, running a business. Sino-sino ba yung mga noteworthy people na makikredit mo for teaching you all about business?
Okay.
Mentors mo?
Okay. Actually, a lot, really. But first of all, okay, I'll take this opportunity to thank two great mentors. Miss Emily Noliado Tan, her husband, Sir Sonny Tan, and their children, actually. They're my greatest mentors. Like, they really have a distinct personal touch in everything they do, in guiding, mentoring, and advising me, like, down from preparing how to make pitches to actually the fundamentals of, say for example, finance, marketing, sales, all the different departments. They've really taught me, and at the same time, they've supported me, like, in terms of, as well as legwork. Like, I haven't met any other entrepreneur as passionate as them. So, Sir, Miss Emily, and Sir Son, if you're watching this, thank you. And then, I would also like to thank my mentors from Junior Achievement. if I were to note, it's Sir Edward Lee. He's the CEO of Call Financial. It's an online stock market trading. And at the same time, Sir Dean Pax Lapid, he's a professor from the Asian Institute of Management. And at the same time, he's the head of IT SPAC. And so they really taught me to, in terms of, say, for example, when you deliver business pitches, you always have to communicate to your audience your story, like why you're doing it. And that's something like your emotional appeal. And you should give them your drive to show that you're really sincere in running your businesses. So they really taught me a lot, like mentoring, preparing for the Asia Pacific Company of the Year. And I feel like without them as well, we couldn't have bring home the bacon in Beijing. And of course, like recently, because of and I also actually met a lot of mentors from Junior Achievement Asia Pacific, as well as the local competitions, because they would have mentoring sessions. So I also got to meet to mentor a lot of people. And just recently, from December to January until now, I've been meeting people from the Entrepreneurs Organization. It's basically a global network of entrepreneurs, like each and every one's an entrepreneur. And then here in the Philippines, it's so far I think they have around 160 entrepreneurs. So they're actually CEOs of their very own businesses. So I've got to I met like the head of Galinko, Miss Jenny Koyang. I've met Sir Raymond Rufino of Mnet Group. I've also met Miss Sherry Gotwakod. She's the CEO and founder of Stylist in Pocket Technology. So I've met and also met Mary Grace de Maculangan. She's the head of, as you know, Mary Grace, and Sir Hanky Lee. I've met really a lot of people, and Swish Goswami is an international entrepreneur. Like me, I think he founded businesses under 20. He was named as Canada's one of the youngest entrepreneurs. So he also taught me to actually start small and to focus on building the business just here locally as much as possible, like not to expand yet. So because of EO, I also got to meet the likes of Cristal Bello and all these other people involved in the business. And I believe that having these mentors is something people don't really take into consideration when running the business.
But it is really important.
Yes, it's really important.
Because there are some businessmen who would like to run things their way, pero siguro mas maganda pa rin if you have a mentor.
Yes. Actually, in terms of having mentors, since I said earlier, I really don't have a background on running a business. So having these mentors who really gave time, actually, in particular, I have like another mentor. He's been mentoring me from the locals and in preparation for Macau. Si Sir Jonathan Te of Cycle House Incorporated. So what I like about mentors, they really actually go out there. They make time to train you. Like imagine, like as a CEO, as a founder of your company, like you're so busy, time is so precious, yet they still manage to help people.
They really go out of their way.
They go out of their way, to help. Imagine just a student, then how are you gonna train just like a student? So I'm really thankful for all the mentors that I've had. I mean, they really taught me like to make time for people and at the same time to value running a business.
So what are the tips that you can give, like for those who would like to start their own business? Hindi lang mga bata, because marami din yung mga late bloomers in business, especially mga nag-retire, they have like some money at hand. So anong tips ang pwede mong maibigay?
Okay, so I just wanted to quote one of my mentors. I mean, among a lot of mentors, Sir Nick Noliedo-Tan. He's the founder of Surpass Incorporated. He told me, and during one of our mentoring sessions, he said, fail early and fail fast. So, let's start with, for other student entrepreneurs like me, or for other students who wanted to start their own business, I wanted you to bear in mind that there's no age limit as to what you can do. I mean, imagine you could run your business even if you're only a student. You could manage it with your academics. So first, I suggest you find a problem, fall in love with that challenge, and live for that challenge. So in my case, yes, it was actually, in terms of being part of Prima Facie, I really wanted to, as much as possible, like be one of the help in our government efforts. Say for example, like clean rivers in our own way, so that we would, since according to statistics, our country actually spends around 545 million US dollars annually, like due to flooding. So
Yeah.
and water hyacinth, since it blocks communities and blocks, it's a nuance for coastal communities.
So waterways, no?
Yes,
Blocks
waterways. Actually, we wanted to help, like, if in our own way. So in our future, as we increase our sales volume, like remove as much water hyacinths as we can. And so yeah, that's my first advice. Find a challenge, fall in love with it, and just try to live solving for that problem. Then second, start small and don't try to like rush things. Like, I mean, I know we all want to be billionaires someday. I mean, who doesn't want? So like, but just start small and really you find people who could help you, find people with the same passion as you. Just find a business wherein you're really inspired to do what you do, and eventually like everything falls into place. So and then for the adults, or as you said, like people who wanted to start a business regardless of your age, yes, you can start at any age you wanted, and it's not only limited to age. Regardless of your passion, regardless of your expertise, you can run any type of business. Say for example, I mentioned earlier Swish Goswami. He's an international serial entrepreneur. He founded his own tech startup company regardless of having no background of tech at all. And imagine me, I don't have background on the shoe industry. Yes, I don't have backgrounds on actually converting these water hyacinths into leather. But since I'm willing to learn, and I have this network of people who are willing to help me as well. So yes, I highlight the importance of mentors. So aside from that, and aside from your passion to actually learn, like I've been attending workshops. I've tried to harvest water hyacinths on my own recently, and I've also actively observed the production process. So what I wanted to say, what I wanted the viewers, the audience to take away is that regardless of your background, your experience, your expertise, regardless of your social status and all that, you could start your business any day, any age, anytime. Just have a passion for something and love what you do. Yes.
And when you start a business, sana wag utang ang capital.
Yes, I agree.
Diba? It's really very hard. Because yung tendency ng ibang tao, like, medyo kikita lang ng konti, gusto na din nilang mag-diversify, and then they make utang.
Yes.
Because when you start your own business, it should be like you have your own money. Kasi like if it fails, wala kang problema.
Yes. Tita Eden, di ba kanina you mentioned you wanted to put up your own
Ilang years, and I hope you keep coming back home.
Yes.
Don't forget the roots dito naman sa Morongan. Thank you
Yes.
so much, and thank you Lisa, thank you kay Ate Roslyn for bringing Bea here.
Okay.
And mga kasangkay, salamat sa iyo. Until next time on VW Conversations. Thank you very much.
VW Conversations. It's about people. It's about issues. It's about us. VW Conversations. Usahang katungod. Usahang kinahanglanon. Pag-iristorya ita ang kinahanglan pag-iristorya. VW Conversations.
We are very happy to inform you that the Diocese of Morongan is back to using mass media in the work of the new evangelization. As you already know, media is the new way of proclaiming the gospel. On June 26, 2018, we launched the Voice of the Word Media Network, and this is a multi-platform mass media facility that uses the latest tools of social communications. We can now reach those of you who are in the diocese and those in other places, even outside the country. Please help us to continue this work of proclaiming the gospel through the media. There are two ways to help this ministry. One, tune in to our DYBW land radio at 1368 kHz and DYBW online radio at stnews.org. Watch us in our local cable TV channels. Follow us in Facebook, in YouTube, and in Instagram, and help us spread the word. 2, please make a donations or a pledge, even just a small amount. If there will be thousands of us who will donate regularly, it will be a sustainable help in spreading the good news. For those within the Diocese of Borongan, you can send your donation to VW Media Network, Baybay Boulevard, Borongan City, or you may send it through your parish priest. For those outside the province or outside the country, you may deposit it in a bank or use the word television, Facebook. Thank you so much. May God bless you. And this is Bishop Crispin Barquez, the Bishop of the Diocese of Borongan.
VW Conversations. It's about people. It's about issues. It's about us. VW Conversations. Usahang katungod. Usahang kinahanglanon. Pag-iristorya ita ang kinahanglan ng pag-iristoryahan. VW Conversations.
And we are back on VW Conversations on a holiday Monday, February 25, anniversary ito ng EDSA, People Power Revolution ang una, the first one.
Right. Oh yeah, kasi dalawa yun.
Hindi naman sinaselebrate yung pangalawa or yung pangatlo or yung mga susunod pa. Because di ba, parang joke, yung joke nakakatawa lang pag una. Pero pag narinig mo na ulit, it's never funny anymore. Anyway, happy birthday, Monsignor Pepe Quitorio.
Yes, Monsignor Pepe Quitorio, happy birthday. Pero wala pa ulit.
Wala pa, hindi pa rin paparamdam. Happy birthday, all the best, Monsi.
I think hitan primero nag-greet on TV.
Oh, yes. Tapos, kamo pala ni pagkalawan atong episode with Myrene, Myrene, Apita, Battung.
Indian act ni Kuya Man.
I missed that. O, sayang. Inglesan sanang umati ka po, di ba?
So, Bea, thank you very much. Ate Roslyn and Lisa, thank you very much.
Yes. I hope it's not the last time.
Bringing her. It won't be the last time. Siguro maulit nga hiton summer after hiton competition dito nga Macau.
Wow, so young, so accomplished, di ba? How much more pagka talagang hinug na si Bea. Kumbaga yan, kumbaga mangga, manibalang pa lang siya.
Yeah, she's only 18.
My God. Oo, di ba? So, parang mga sugadit ng mga kabataan talagang truly inspiring. Di ba?
Yes.
Parang not everyone gets to have such accomplishments and achievements, and nakaka-proud kasi
Bilis.
Yes.
Oh, graduation
Yeah,
na
ito.
Nira.
Yes.
That's why, eto naman, we have here with us, of course, nakita ka mo itaiya, di dahil ito na Este News.
Oo.
Pero wala pa kuno niya guesting on
Oo,
any
nagreklamo
program
na. Oo,
sa
parang-
PWMN.
Yes.
That's why, yan na, guest tayo, Martin.
Marketing.
Is
Okay.
from the Eastern Summer National Comprehensive High School.
Yes.
Sa inihiya hiton ato mga dito sa you know, di ba,
Yun,
una,
kasi yan mga nag-submerge.
di ba, hinakato kay eskwelahan all-girls school during the, nasa interna. O, sa at mga interna.
Interna organs.
O, sa
Anyway,
mga
good-
interna nato.
Yes, good morning, Martin.
Good morning, sir.
Welcome to VW Conversations.
And Michelle, you take the picture and post it on Facebook.
Pinaghandaan mo ba to, Martin?
Actually, sir, na-pressure talaga ako.
Na-pressure!
Pinag-isipan mo ba nga mabuti, makanapulo, antis ka sumalang din niya na?
And
Dahil pala invite ako ni Ma'am A pag-interview.
Okay.
That's
Naghinaan
why-
na talaga. Kinakalba kayo.
that's why what I in here, upod, han coverage, what was that again, Michelle?
Ang kabataan.
The Diocesan Bible Quiz.
Oh,
Imagine, pira kaadlaw, isa niya prepare.
talagang nag-andam ha.
Yeah.
Pinag-andam.
Kasi Manny, parang nasa rin nga kaiya, it's love month pa man yan, February.
okay.
And today is the birthday, hito na aton,
Father.
president of the network, no?
Mhm.
So, itat ka storya na is about love. Kaya parang huling hirit ito ng love month kasi di ba ang mga nakalabay nga mga adlaw mga hiunongin politika
Oh,
mga
yes.
istoryahan. So didihin nga pipara ka minutos, it's going to be very sana hugo sana nagana
Hindi na kinako.
na in love.
Oo.
Kuan siguro dire gangani nga never mamok
Yung
nagka-relationship.
totoo lang.
Kuan.
Pero na in love na.
Yes, na in love pero
Unrequited love.
one-sided love.
Okay.
Inya,
Oh.
Love on a one-way street. Okay.
Love.
Pati una nito ikaw lang maaram.
no.
Maram hiya. Pero
Maram
pa rin
hiya.
niya karawatan.
No, parang kasi
offering.
may kasi kuan mga parang may
Complications?
complication,
Ano ito yung
complication,
sakit?
Dire, parang I don't take bisan ano nga bagay.
Kinakatin sa Martin, what is love?
Parang ma'am, kapag love ay kapag add ka na relationship, kailangan na maitim gin prioritize na itim sarilingan hiya na kumbaga dire na itim kalugaringan itim ginhihin na. Sali, hiya ako kasi nga tawa ko ano parang asyet kung ano takaroy gasala parang syempre matatapakan madaman ito sa nga tao kung parang di na ka naman dapat at master
Ano,
relationship.
parang pato lang? Dito magtulong,
Then, parang kung baga, kung in love ka na or kung may dananim ka-relationship, di ba, dapat mait nga, iniintindihan nyo ng mitiyasid. Pero parang this time, ako parang immature pa mo, parang di ko pa kayong intindi sa
Okay.
How much percentage of yourself are you willing to give para in isang relasyon? Kasi may mga tao nga all mine to give, di ba?
Yung iba
sinasabi nga,
half-half.
you are my everything. Wala na
makakaramdam
All
kami
money.
nga.
serendipity.
Spark, the spark.
Serendipity, may spark. May short circuit. Di ba? Pero, diba, I don't agree with you pag hindi ka nakakapili. Ako,
If you are both happy, bisin ko na new label for as much as, although shit, may dala limitations, may dala niyo sinisiring nga bawal kitit kumada, bawal kitit dida kasi syempre babasaran talaga gyap no wala ta label. Pero
Ano
for as
walang
much as
label?
for as long as happy, for
Label.
as much as nga kuan man nagwo-work man kam as bisan kun dere man legally partner.
ang mahirap kasi nang walang
Let go of that person kasi parang ikaw man it nada-down bisan kumbaga aram na nimit karera at the end waray agyap nim panalo but you still continue going that kuan path kasi aram nim it's not the destination but rather it's the journey. Tapos na diri makasida makitaw nga kuan para all the time. Parang syempre bubutlawon ka na may tapos masig ka talaga nga sasawa ka na hinkitaon na nim or abato na talaga nim itim kalugaringan nga masig ka nga this person is not worthy for my kuan, for my love. Kasi di kamit bobotlawon kun aram nimit nga tawo nag minamahal kaliwa.
In other words, dapat reciprocal.
Yes, sir.
Bisan diri equal.
Yes, sir.
At least
Mas
may
in return, may naman something.
Pinapansin naman lahing tala.
May something.
Yes, no.
In the text nga. Hi, Beck. Parang gano'n. First text, Becky na ang kanang. Kaon na gabi. Tapos, sige, makaon na. Tapos, masayang nalalaman, bewa ko na load.
Ito masing be good night na. Tapos, come to Mobile Legend.
Parang gano'n. So, you're still young, diba? So, parang ang dami pang possibilities, ang dami pang, how far will you go? Itong mga suga dito. Ano yung kinikita nga pinakamaraot nga scenario nga pwede ning pagbuhaton? As far as
Mga load pwede.
No.
Pasa load?
Diri kasi, parang asyait na ako kan madamak. Kasi kung kareg ak number kung mahal mak nin, di ba?
Ay?
Again, why don't I believe you?
GL? Ganda lang.
GL card. Variety.
Babantayan ka pag gawas nim din niya studio. Kamay
Nagdadaradlos.
Babantayan ka na.
Yes, so Ting, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, isang question na lang. Kumusta ni mo experience din niya BW
Oh my
immersion?
God. Immersion, parang kareg ko na nga ni, graduation na kami bumalik sa eskwelahan, kung pwede lang nga. Kasi grabe ang enjoyment din at first, kinakalba talaga kami syempre mga batikan, kilala tayong mga kakaupa din eh.
Parang in other words, lagas.
Di rin eh. Pero syempre masyadong, kumbaga,
And Grace and Daphne and our friends from St. Anthony's Academy. So short lang ang immersion. Sana nag-irugiha. But they have bonded very, very well.
And itong mga incoming grade 12 naman nga senior high, next year, we hope may adagihapon, magpadayon ito yung mga, pagpadara ito yung mga estudyante din ng Eastern Summer National Comprehensive High School. Sa pangani, based on experience ni Michelle, Riting, Daphne, I suppose, di man niya traumatic.
Ako na. Ay, hindi naman kayo na-trauma.
no.
Hindi naman kayo nataranta.
Medyo.
Parang sabak
At the
kasi
start.
agad.
Oh, yes sir. Ay,
Diba?
yes ma'am. Makalbati
Kasi yun ang
ka at
important.
first. Pero importante
You learn
talaga.
something.
Actually, before, naiipa talaga ka ng mga, kasi grade 12 nga, dito na immersion na.
Kasi na-late ka mo,
DYES,
diba?
ma'am.
Na-late ka covered Tito Boy when he came last week. No? So,
Just clean up it, bro.
Okay, so again, good luck,
Thank
Ting.
you, sir.
Thank you.
It's about
Mga pulong tikang nabankan San Antonio han Ehipto. Nakita ko ang mga siay nga ginpasaranghan yawa habugos nga kalibutan ngan
Sanglit